Hey everyone, welcome back to Brick System Brothers. Looking at some more loose bulk. This is from Madhouse of Bricks in Louisville, or as the locals say, something like Louisville, all one syllable. So yeah, I was down there on my road trip that I've been talking about with the pab crawl, and not just going to the official brand retail stores, but also looking for those independent Lego resellers, and Madhouse managed to make it on as one of the stops. So I was really impressed with the store itself and ended up buying quite a few pieces, and just wanted to go through those, maybe look at some highlights, but just do more of an overview of the parts. Really looking again at pieces I was really glad to pick up that can't get off the pad wall. So I don't know. It's definitely been a trend on the channel for the past year or so of going to these stores and just finding really great parts, even though they're in used condition. It's the kind of stuff that if you were to go buy on Bricklink, it's going to set you back a couple dollars a piece or more. And by the time you factor in the price by volume that you can do at these stores, because these are just out to fill up like a bag or a smaller bag, and then you pay by volume. So the way that I value these pieces is with an average, and usually this averages out to 5 cents a piece, 10 cents a piece, and I can usually get pieces that I've been looking for, or I'm just glad to have, that are definitely, not all of them worth more than $1, but definitely a few that would be harder to find individually. That's just kind of my approach at these stores, and even if I'm only getting a few of these top dollar pieces, the rest of the stuff I pick up will go into the sorted. I mean, this is stuff that I kind of have an idea of what I'm looking for. These older yellow panels, the small one goes to the TTX train double stacker. So if I want to build more copies of that train car, these will just help contribute to that. Pieces like this are handy for larger vehicles or ocean vessels. And then sometimes just getting uncommon colors, color part combinations, printed elements, retired parts and colors, or exclusive to certain sets, and getting that all from one place. It does take a little bit longer to go through and pick these. I think I spent probably 2 hours or so getting all these together, but just the variety of stuff you can get at stores like this is what draws me back, whether that be local here in Iowa, like Bricks and Minifigs just across the river in Omaha, or even a smaller place like JCD and Hobby in Des Moines. More often than not has something to offer, so that's why I can go back multiple times a year and still find new stuff to get. So I'm not even going to do my typical deep dive with rebrickable inventories or anything like that. Today, just wanted to talk a little bit about the Madhouse of Bricks and get this out on the channel. Show some of these pretty sweet parts that are now into the collection. Not necessarily stuff I've been waiting for or really wanting to grab, but stuff that I like to collect, and now I have it for a pretty decent price. These are going to be spare tubes for the Life on Mars set. So far that's only been on an eBay haul video, but I have built that mostly up now, and I was thinking it'd be fun to have a spare couple of tubes if I wanted to make some modifications, now that I do have a main system for those. Plate in medium flesh color, so those are pretty uncommon. I didn't do a whole lot of organization before I started this video, so I'm sure there's another couple dozen pieces in here that are worth talking about. All of these guys, these little 2x2 tan slopes, something I just started keeping an eye out for as I work on the My Own Trains. So these will be contributing towards the hopper car from the My Own Trains line. Back when they had kind of the series of railroad sets, there was a green passenger car, red caboose, a blue, or not blue, well there was a blue highlight, but it was mostly tan, was the hopper car, and a logging car, and then there were also a bunch of these engines that you could kind of color customize. And the way that they had this kit set up, I'm sure they were losing money on it, which is why they stopped doing it, but was really one of the heydays of LEGO train systems. Just the options that were available at that point. Definitely more to look into in the My Own Trains line. So that'll be coming up once I get that hopper built. So getting a few pieces to go towards that. Pearl Gray. This one, instead of being a surface effect, is actually in the plastic. It has kind of that grain. So that it gives it that metallic finish that I like. Sand green, green, yeah, lots of colors here. If I were putting this in Rebrickable, I could give you guys all those fun statistics like the piece count, the number of watts, the number of different colors, but like I mentioned, I'm starting to move away from that for these bulk purchases. It was just really time consuming, and I'm going to be content to have a final parts count. I'll get a couple of pictures to help jog my memory when I'm looking back through these in my records, but other than that, this will probably go through the cleaning station and then sorted into the wall, or if the wall's full, into the overflow, which I need to expand again because I keep buying Lego. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Just talking through some of these nice pieces, train stuff. I guess this is mostly train. The pieces that I bought for a purpose are train related, but the rest of it, just my typical Lego score. What I really enjoy going to these stores for, finding pieces that stand out, catch my eye. So I get them. Thanks for watching, guys. More parts hauls coming up on Brick System Brothers. I know we've been doing quite a bit of recent purchases because that's what I've been doing recently. So as I go through these purchases and get them inventoried, get them recorded, get them counted, it's kind of the process of where I'm at right now these days. And then once that's mostly done, I think I'm going to shift back into building gear. Hopefully we'll see some more creations rolling out on the channel, and not so much of the inventory processing. So even though inventory processing is fun and just looking at raw pieces can be a lot of fun for me, I don't know how much you guys enjoy it. Yeah, if you see anything that I didn't cover in here, feel free to leave those comments down there. Question about why I bought a certain piece, and I'll go ahead and put the price and price per piece in the description. I haven't said that in the video just because I haven't counted stuff yet, so I don't actually know, and I don't really want to guess because there's just a range. Like, these are really big, so that's going to skew it a little bit. So yeah, that's down in the description. I usually mention that in the video, but haven't got to it. Okay, we'll see you guys next time on Brick System Brothers.